Cancer, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for any placement of Cancer, and cross-watchers are also welcome. Anyone who is called to the title is welcome, really. But I am going to speak to you like you're a Cancerian sun sign. This is a love reading. Ooh, we're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings. I feel like some truth coming in from a lover. From somebody who has romantic feelings for you. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. So the love reading is about you and anyone from single to married and anywhere in between, just whoever you have on that sweet little Cancer brain of yours. Anything you need to know about me, Cancer, you can find in the About section of my channel, as well as on my website, which is linked in the About section of my channel. Let's get at your love life, sweet girls and boys and non-binary. In the energy you bring to the connection, you have the Page of Cups. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the King of Wands. And we do have some reservation here in the outcome of the connection with the Eight of Swords. We do have the Moon card as your overarching energy. This really does signify a very deep spiritual and emotional connection. The moon can mean unseen, or people will say it's about fear, but that's only if you're afraid of the unseen, or, you know, if you don't have a faith. I suppose this moon card is really about having a faith, following your intuition blindly, which is, I think, the only way to follow your intuition. Our intuition doesn't really offer us any promises or guarantees about what we're going to get when we get there. We just have to wait till we get there to get it, right? Weird messages coming through for y'all. Lots of stuff already. The Moon card, it does represent Pisces, but it can also represent Cancer as far as I'm concerned, because you are ruled by the moon. And so you're here in a strong position, and also I just feel, I feel like it's saying that your intuition is on point. With the Nine of Swords, sometimes I do feel like it's saying that sometimes this is a weird message, but it's like the only thing that could stop you from being the most psychic being in the entire world, Cancer, is you not trusting your own gifts, your own inner voice, your own intuition. And I do feel like there is, now that with this here, there is a little bit of fear attached to this. But I'm just going to tell you, whatever you're being called to, it looks like you're following your spirit. The Strength card means that. It means that you've probably been at whatever this is for a long time. It might be a relationship, but I'm not even feeling that right now. I'm just kind of feeling like you're being called to things in life in general, and you've had to follow them fearlessly and blindly. Not always fearlessly is what I'm getting here. It's like, and that's okay, as long as you don't let the fear stop you. The fear can't do anything to get in your way. But what happens is when when our actions become dictated by our fears, is where fear can stop all of our blessings, okay? But it looks like you're continuously going and going and going, even though there might be some fears towards, what I'm getting is following your dreams, whatever that is. This could be in this connection, but I just think it as a whole, this connection included all the things that you're feeling called to. Again, if you have not had a lot of, confidence in your past, or sometimes as a Cancerian, I feel like you guys, or us, I'm a Cancer, by the way, Cancer, I feel like we definitely have, in order to prove to ourselves who we are and what our gifts are and our power or whatever, no more so than others, just to know who we are and not give everybody else the credit and not put everybody else on the pedestal. I do feel like we've had a lot of people try to doubt who we are, okay, right? It's like, and we just believed that originally. I feel like that's the thing for Cancerians, is like, oh, okay, well, I must be crazy. It's easier for us to believe that we're crazy than everybody else is wrong, right? But I do feel like we get thrown a lot of people who were specifically set there to discourage us or not believe us, in order for us to get to a place where we firmly believe in ourselves, okay? Weird message coming through, okay? The Lover's card, the Four of Wands. I just feel a very strong connection here, but I do feel like, again, it might be in this connection where you're feeling doubtful of yourself. It might be a connection that you kind of feel like you're not worthy of for some reason. You are, by the way. You're worthy of all wonderful and great things. Again, a Cancerian is very sure that everybody else is worthy of all of the great things, but oftentimes we have a harder time really accepting that we also deserve. I mean, it's like, why would everybody else but us deserve the great things in life? So there it is. I feel like you are maybe even being called to great things, Cancer, and having a hard time believing that that's for you. If it's calling you, it's for you. That's period. And the only thing that can stop you is fear. Again, the fear won't stop you if you don't stop. You just have to keep going. With the moon card here, that's what I am getting over and over again. And the strength card. It's just like, keep going. You take days off, take breaks, don't push, don't shove, but don't stop, okay? If you need a break, take a break, but don't stop, okay? That's what I feel like saying right now. With the Page of Cups in your energy, it does seem like there is, on the other side of the coin, on your good days, you're realizing that the sky's the limit in your life, and that there is no cap on the potential that you have, okay? That is the Page of Cups to me. That's in love and in every part of your life. The King of Wands is somebody I think that is going to take action towards you. This means somebody who's ready to take the lead as far as I'm concerned. This is a boss, kind of, if you will. And more importantly, somebody who does follow their inspirations. They don't let that fear stop them ever. There is no fear, really, in the King of Wands, where maybe there is... this guy might get a little nervous sometimes. He doesn't let fear stop him either, but he does maybe have some fears. This guy is afraid of nothing, okay? Let's get more. Guy, girl, non-binary. The Eight of Swords. Again, fear stopping you, stopping the connection from coming in, stopping the outcome from being an outcome at this time, but we'll get more. Whew. Could be like Pisces, a Leo, any water sign really, any earth. Wow, that was a lot. Any fire sign. I love the Page of Wands. I do feel like it's about taking a new adventure. So I do feel like this is coming in. I just feel like we're trying to overcome some fears at this time. And I think the reality is the one thing we can stop fearing everything, because if we continuously follow the calls that we're being called to, they'll be obvious. When we're supposed to make a move, the move will be obvious. It's not gonna pass us by. It's not going to be a whisper that we missed and we could have had a great life, but there was a whisper that we missed. The call is going to be obvious when it's time to make a move. If you have a bunch of calls that aren't clear, it's not time to make a move yet, okay? So it's saying when you're supposed to make that move, I promise you the clarity will be there. It will be undeniable. But even at that point, people go, no, I can't do it. I'm scared. And stop. But it's telling you at that point, it'll be obnoxiously clear that it's time to make a move and go forward. And at that point, if you let fear stop you, that's where we stay stuck in a situation. I don't know, not necessarily a tumultuous situation, just in sort of the mundane, okay? Feels like you're being called to something big here, Cancer, whoever I'm reading for. I always get this feeling in the Cancer reading, so I always wonder who I'm reading for. But it always feels real big energy. Wise. Okay, so you got the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Lover's card, and the Seven of Cups. I do feel like you have a lot of options at this time. I do feel like no matter what you're Cancerian, you're not going for any of those egotistical options. You are not the kind of person, you're never going to be, no matter how well you're doing on the egotistical level, when it comes to your love life, that is something not to be fucked with, okay? That is something that we are not going to choose you best have some interior, okay? There better be some substance up in there. You might be fine as hell as well, but you're gonna have some substance, period. Okay, that's what I feel like saying right now. The Lover's card means that this is gonna be the strongest connection you've ever been a part of. You could already be a part of it. We're gonna get more on all of this. It feels like new love to me, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like you are on the brink of meeting somebody new. One of these options. I almost feel like you maybe have these options in your sights, but we're just making sure that there's substance in them. Checking the substance, checking out the content before we pick the package is what I'm getting right now. All right. Could be a Gemini, any air sign now, any water sign. Wow, these cards are so on fire though. Somebody has it for you, okay? Somebody has a little hot for you. But I do feel like passionate new beginning is on the horizon for you after, a long path of following your intuition with very little reward. That is how we get to our biggest blessings, is just continuously having a faith in with very little to no confirmation that you're doing the right thing or on the right path, except for your own intuition telling you, yep, this feels right, this is ours, this is good for us. Those are, that's how we get to all of our blessings here. I mean, and all your blessings are coming. We got the King of Wands on the King of Wands. I'm going to take it. Really strong Leo with the Sun card as well, but they do have the Nine of Swords, which could mean, look, I said earlier, I said the King of Wands has no fear, but they do have some anxieties. I will say to you, Cancerian, with the energy that I'm feeling on you, I think that anybody, even the King of Wands, would be a little intimidated by approaching. That is a Cancerian trait. Even for the females, we come off a little bit, kind of, there's been times in my life where I go, am I a divine masculine? I know we both have masculine and feminine energies, right? So I almost feel like whoever this is like, I'm a little nervous. They'll get over their shit. Like where there's a will, there's a way. So I do feel like they're a little stressed out right now. I don't think it has anything to do with anything except for that they're a little afraid to approach. I feel like you have an eye on them. You might have approached them already. They're going to approach you, okay? Because they're going to offer you this sunshine. The Eight of Swords came in the reverse. So I do feel like we're kind of stepping out of that energy, okay? We're kind of coming into a place where we're taking off the blindfold. We're looking at all of our options, all of our obstacles. We're ready to face everything. We're not afraid to see things that maybe, what I'm getting, it's like, this is the weirdest message, but it's almost like we stayed in a space of being blindfolded, not wanting to see everything because we didn't want to see things that would affect us or hurt us, things that would scar us, things. So I feel like you've done a lot of healing in a space where you're now willing to look at everything and be able to take in all things, not just the pretty things in life. As Cancerians, we are very sensitive beings, so I get what this message is saying. And it's about you're healed. Just that's all I'm getting is that you've healed so much, so good that you are willing to look at the whole world now, not just the things that won't hurt you, okay? Like you're willing to take on the world. You're no longer afraid. You're no longer doubting yourself. You're not doubting anyone else. You're staying in your own lane. That's what I'm getting right now. With the Two of Cups, this is your other half. The Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, I mean, does it end any prettier than this? I do feel, like I said, I feel like they're having a little anxiety about approaching you. Really strong Leo. 3 Leo cards and then the whatever that is. The Nine of Swords. But I do feel like this is stating that they've come to a place where they've illuminated themselves. They followed their own callings. It's like they're stepping onto their path. And I think the creator is trying to say here that as long as they're stepping into their next calling, the path will be illuminated for them. And they will be successful in this. The Lover's card, the Two of Cups, the Sun card, the Moon card. A lot of celestial energy here. It just feels divine feminine, divine masculine, which the Lover's card could signify, and then the sun and the moon also can signify the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And then you do have the Two of Cups as well, which is the minor kind of version of the World card, or the Lover's card, as far as I'm concerned, leading to your happily ever after. Though this is like the kind of counterpart where, again, I think as Cancerians, we get sent strong connections that are there to heal us and grow us by way of usually painful or even tumultuous situations, abusive situations even. This is going to be somebody that comes in and you go, oh, like I will go through all of that again to get to this place where I am now. I love you so much. Let's get you, what do you call it? Power of Love card. A really pretty reading. Again, there's a few little kinks that need to be ironed out. I don't think they're within you. I think your person is having a hard time approaching. We'll get there. Sometimes, Cancer, I love you so much. We can soften up a little bit. Some of us are soft. Some of us are a little aggressive. Acceptance. It says, you are ready to release control of situations or people, lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Amen. I feel like that's what's going on here, is that you've come to a space where, as Cancerians, because we do have a very clear picture of everything, and we kind of like, we solve issues as, it's like we look at the world as a puzzle and we immediately start solving it. It's so interesting, this message that's coming through, but it's very real. And I think that it's saying that the puzzle is there and as it is supposed to be, okay? So we don't need to go around solving the puzzle. We just get to let it solve itself in front of us, right? It's so interesting, but it's a really beautiful place to be. It's about allowing the divine to do the work that they're here to do. Even though, Cancer, you could do it like a boss. Let the divine do it for you, because the divine actually will solve it in a way that you didn't see it could be solved. I like you so much. I will see you guys next week.